This is Ethan with Staying Healthy in the Kimberley on Warringah Radio 693 AM. Today we have Tegan from Boab Health. Hello, Tegan.
Hi, Ethan. How's it going?
Good. Can you tell me a bit about your position at Boab Health?
So I'm up at Boab Health for 6 weeks doing a podiatry student placement. So I'm in with the podiatrists and all the other health professionals in Boab Health. So the podiatrists, we're focused on your feet, making sure you're nice and healthy in your feet, making sure you can walk right, making sure your body's in alignment. And at Boab Health, we have a really strong focus on people with diabetes, because diabetes can have a big impact on your feet if you don't look after them.
Yeah. So healthy feet. Can you tell me a bit about and what does diabetes have with your feet?
Okay, so when we say healthy feet, we want to make sure people have feet with no cuts on them, no sores, there's not too much hard skin, not too dry skin. We want to make sure they're in a good condition, because your feet help support your body. They help you get around. So we want to make sure you don't have any of those issues. And the major thing with diabetes that people have is they can't feel their feet. So that's a really important thing that we want to focus on.
Yeah. So why does it matter if it's like feeling on your feet? Surely you could be able to get around a lot quickly, like on your feet, right?
So you might be able to get around a bit faster if you couldn't feel your feet for a little while, but I can guarantee you it wouldn't last forever. So when we don't feel our feet, that means we could stand on a piece of glass, stand on a prickle, and we don't know it. And if you don't know it, if you've got that cut in your foot or that piece of glass in your foot, that means things can go bad from there because you don't know to look at it. You don't know to pull that piece of glass out. So when that can happen, sometimes these can turn into big sores, big wounds, which we call diabetic foot ulcers. And sometimes they can get infected as well, which is definitely not good, and then they take a really long time to heal. In really, really bad situations, sometimes we have to amputate a little bit of your foot or sometimes a leg, so it's definitely something we want to focus on making sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely a good thing to like feeling to our feet. So where can't people really feel their feet, when they can't really feel their feet?
So there's a lot of different reasons, but at Boab Health our focus is diabetes, and diabetes can affect your feeling. So diabetes will affect the nerves, the pathway that sends feeling from your feet to your head, so you'll be able to feel it. So sometimes with diabetes that pathway is not working correctly, so you wouldn't be able to feel it. Diabetes also affects our blood flow a bit, and it reduces the blood coming down to our feet. So that means that if you did have a cut, it wouldn't heal. So we definitely need to make sure we have good feeling, and we want to make sure the blood flow is good so we can heal any of those cuts when they happen.
Yeah. So the big question is, how do you stop the sores happening?
Okay, so with diabetes, we're all about protection of the feet. So our biggest thing, or my biggest two things that I try to tell anybody who has diabetes, is wear your shoes and socks, and also checking your feet daily. So wearing shoes and socks, they're the best you can do. I understand up here in the Kimberley it's not always fun to wear shoes and socks, so if you want to pop just some thongs on, that's better then, because that way you won't step on that glass, you won't be getting those cuts in the first place. And then the other thing, checking your feet daily, so that's looking at them, feeling them, making sure there's no cuts, making sure there's no glass, so if you see it or feel it you can pull it out. So we're checking our feet for sores and just making sure if they are there, we're acting to help them quickly.
Yeah. And should people do if they get a cut or a sore on their feet? So
if you get a cut or a sore on your foot, what I want people to do is make sure they clean it. So just pop some water and with a bucket of water with some salt in it to clean the area, dry it off, pop some betadine and a band-aid on it. Then it's really important to keep that band-aid dry. Then that should heal up, but if at any time it's looking red, hot, it's swelling, if there's any weird gunk coming out of it, then that's a good time to see your nurse or your doctor or your podiatrist so we can have a checkup on it.
Yeah. So if you need to come in to see Boab Health, how do people about that?
So if you're worried about your feet, if you just want a feet checkup, good idea to chat to your GP or your doctor at OVARS or Wound and Health. They'll be able to write you a referral and we can check on your feet. And we usually check everybody who has diabetes once a year. So we'll check up on their feet, make sure everything's going right, and we'll give you a little bit more education on how to help you take care of your feet.
Yeah. Thank you, Tegan, for coming on the show today to talk to me.
That's all right. Thanks for having me, Ethan.
That was Tegan from Boab Health on Staying Health in the Kimberley on Warringer Radio 693 AM.